Buck-a-muck, go wild. Hello folks, so today we're going to talk about the Spirit Freed and Nuzzle set. This is the brand new Spirit line that comes with the governor and the governor's mom. And all these pieces here, it says it can nuzzle, feed, and nibble. Now this is super exciting to me because for those who don't know, this is not a new concept. Back in the 90s, there was a toy line called Kitty. There was a toy line called Grand Champions, and Grand Champions had what they called the feed and nuzzle horses. So here is a feed and nuzzle set from my childhood. These horses, this was the mare, this is the stallion, and this is the foal. And their heads could move, they're up and down, and like this, and they have magnets in their muzzles. So they could nuzzle each other and all that mess. And they also came with removable blankets, non-removable halters, and lead ropes that would clip onto the rings here. I have the lead ropes somewhere, I just didn't dig them out. They also would come with a variety of treats. I've got here apple, carrots, and hay. And of course, the horses could eat the food. And yeah, so this was an old toy from the 90s. And I've had these guys forever. And I'm really super happy to see the same concept reborn, sort of revitalized in this Spirit toy. So I'm going to open this up and see how it compares with my old Grand Champion horses. So here is the back of the box. It says, bring a mother and baby together to nuzzle, nibble, feed. It looks like he's got a baby bottle as well. And here's what it says, the feed and nuzzle set. This is Governor and his mom. I'm really glad they decided to use his birth mom instead of Spirit, because I would rather have a variety of different looking horses than like 10 different spirits. But they've been really good about actually releasing different colors, different horses, and not just the original, the main 3 horses and 50 toys. It's stuck. It might just be me, but I am terrible at getting these Spirit boxes open. I was so glad when the new packaging didn't come with all the plastic. So here they are. Oh, they're cute. Aww. Let's cut them loose. There's Mama and Baby. So here's our new horses. They come with this bucket with feed in it. It's hard plastic and you can't take it out. They also come with this water trough with the working handle. Then they have a hairbrush, a baby bottle, and a curry comb. They came with these 2 treats, and they're smaller than the Grand Champion treats. But the carrot does have a magnet in it. And the apple does not, however, seem to have a magnet in it. So it's just, it does have this slit here in the side, so I guess you could put it on the grain bucket, or maybe no, not the water trough, but you could put it on the grain bucket or anything like that. Kitty, kitty, meow, 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 meow. So let's look at the horses. This is Mama. She has a head that moves, and her head moves a little bit. Not quite as much as the Grand Champions. But she can move just a little bit. And like I said, her head goes down. Her head is not free swinging like the Grand Champion. So when you move this guy's head down, his face also moves down like he's grazing. it's a little more articulated, I guess. We can pull her hair out of this band. And there she is. Her hair is really nice. It's silky and long and soft, and it comes already in this sort of twist to make it nice. And of course, it pretty much touches the ground. Her tail is not quite as long as her mane. It doesn't touch the ground like the mane does, but it's also very soft and nice, and it's actually pretty thick. It's so thick it actually like sticks up a little, which if it's real thin it would just fall flat. And her pose, interestingly enough, looks very similar to the Grand Champion. So this is the mare, and you see the left foot is up, and the back foot is sort of, yeah, so she's standing pretty much exactly like the Grand Champion, except her head's turned a little bit. Otherwise, with her pose, the thing that bothers me is, to me, her neck looks really thin and small compared to the rest of her body. Like, this whole piece needed to be a little bit larger. I mean, yeah, these look a little more like horses. I know spirit horses are stylized in general, but here she is standing, for example, next to Spirit himself, and you see Spirit's neck and head is thicker here, and he looks a little more together, if that makes sense. This horse looks like she had the head and neck of another horse kind of stuck on her body. Here's another Spirit horse, and again, this guy is thicker in the neck, and he just looks more unified. I guess also it would have helped if the joint here was bigger, so if she connected at a wider spot, I guess. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but like the connection point for the Grand Champions are wider. They go off from, they take up like almost half of this area, whereas she only takes up this little tiny bit. So it makes her look awkward. Now let's move on to the governor and see what he's like. Here he is. He comes with a blue blanket that connects here with Velcro. He is, of course, adorable, as foals should be. He's got these big blue eyes. I think this is the first time a spirit horse has had blue eyes. Mostly they're this sort of dark color. Spirit himself does have colored eyes, but he's got sort of a golden eye, and they're just not as bright and obvious as this little foal's face. So he looks just like he does in the show, I think. He's leggy, he's cute, his head moves just a little bit, his mane and tail are solid color. Now let's see how he and Mama play. So she's supposed to be able to drop her head and kind of nuzzle, and you can see right there their noses kind of pulled together from the magnets. But it might just be me, but I don't feel like these magnets are as strong as they were on the Grand Champions. It also might be because their heads don't really rock freely on their necks like the Grand Champions do. So like when they come together, they really, their noses snap together like that. And their magnets are pretty strong, and same with the treats. I mean, they're all balled together, but she can really just grab up the treats with her nose. Whereas these guys, they have the concept, but I think it could have been executed a little better. I am just dropping horses left and right. Ignore me. So here, for example, are the carrot treats, and she can't pick them up. Her nose doesn't even reach the ground like the Grand Champions do. And I guess it would have been great if they had planned it out and engineered it a little bit better. So I think these spirit horses are cute. I'm glad I have them, but I don't think they quite match up to the Grand Champions, at least not in the feed and nuzzle department. As figures, of course, they fit in right with the other spirit horses, and they look cute, and the brushable mane is nice, even though it should have come up a little higher. There's sort of a gap between the forelock and the mane. But in general, I think they're cute and I like them. I hope in the future they improve on the feed and nuzzle aspect if they decide to make another set like this. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Your hair is a little, oh, your ear too. Hey, Chickadee. Hey, Chickadee, you wanna fix your hair? The cat stole my spirit apple and rolled it under the shelf. Kitten? Hey. Kitten, can I have that back? Well, I'm gonna have to dig it out now, but yeah. Come on, where is it? Where'd it go? Yes, thank you. Thank you. This happens with pretty much everything that I try to get done. By the way, I always seem to be wading through all these critters. Yes, Chickadee, you're being extremely helpful as well.